franchise mode on MLB The Show 19. I'm so freaking excited, and hopefully you guys are too. Now, everybody asking where my face cam is, guys. I am currently naked, so that would not make for a good monetizable video. But today, we are going to go over MLB The Show 19 franchise mode, and I'm going to show you guys what to expect from the mode this year if you have yet to get the game. And also going to explain this series we are going to be doing on my channel for MLB The Show 19 franchise mode. A lot of you who are familiar with my channel probably already know what to expect, but some of the newbies, the newcomers, kind of coming into my channel since the start of MLB The Show 19, I'm going to explain what we're going to do, and I'm so freaking excited. Hopefully that will start soon, but we'll get into it. Also, guys, make sure to go check out my video from last night. I uploaded like at 12 a.m. Best ever pack opening video I ever did. I pulled 22 diamonds all into one video. It's insane. So go watch that, please. With that said, MLB The Show 19 franchise. I'm actually, guys, honest to God, having so much freaking fun with this game. I've actually played some online Diamond Dynasty stuff. I'm going to be streaming it later over on Twitch tonight. Legitimately, the first online head-to-head game mode of any game I've enjoyed playing in years. So that's a good thing. But with that, I am a Red Sox fan. So for this, we're going to hop into this franchise, show you around with the Red Sox. But kind of looking at everybody's budget, Red Sox 240 mil. Look at the team ranks. The Yankees have the #1 team ranking. That's unbelievable and unacceptable. But with this, guys, I see who is the worst ranked team in MLB The Show 19. Tigers are way down there in 28. Looks like worst team is going to be the Orioles, ranked 30th. Can't believe the reigning World Series champions are ranked 6. They have the highest budget. I think they do have the highest budget at 240 mil. Maybe the Dodgers have a little bit higher. The Cubs have 235 mil. The Dodgers only have 205 mil. So yeah, the Red Sox do have the biggest bit of budget in MLB The Show 19 franchise, so it will advance, and these are the settings you can change around when you hop into MLB The Show 19 franchise. GM contracts are 3 years long and are based off your team's performance. When off, you will remain with the team you select for the entirety of the mode. So you go into the mode as the general manager, and if you want to get fired, have a chance to get fired, which I don't know why you would, but for realism purposes, you keep that on. You can do a fantasy draft if you want to. This is super cool too. If you turn this on, the legends in the game can actually be free agents that you can sign into franchise mode. Something in Madden that's definitely not a thing. There's so much more. To be honest, like, there's not a lot of customizable stuff in this franchise mode from what I can see, but there's a lot more than what there is in Madden. CPU roster control, kind of the same thing as you see like in other franchise modes. You want the CPU to be able to trade, you turn that on, and that will let CPU controlled teams make trades. You can also like turn on or off the designated hitter, which is a rule that's kind of been up in the air the last few years. You can force trades as well, another thing that's not in Madden, which is dumb. It's been in like every single franchise mode for every sports game ever, except on Madden. So if this is just like for people trying to make whatever team they want to, just for fun, if you want to like make a stack team, which is what some people want to do, doesn't hurt anybody else since it's an offline game. And it's one thing, you can't play online franchise in MLB The Show 19, which sucks. First year they've done that, but maybe they'll bring it back in the future. But if you do want to force a trade and bring whoever you want to on your team, you can turn that on, and with that, will advance. And you have a bunch of different tasks that you can either auto-manage or just customize it however you want to. Coaching task, player development task, and general manager task. So with that, we'll advance to this MLB The Show 19 franchise. You can either start at spring training or regular season. Just for this sake, we'll start at spring training. This is what the menus look like in MLB The Show 19 franchise mode. Looking at the lineup, you have GM goals. As you see, as you head into the MLB The Show 19 franchise, you have yearly goals, which is reach postseason, and your contract goal throughout your 3-year contract is to win a World Series. And obviously, if you do complete those goals, you have a better chance of keeping your job. Our job security is average, and our GM rating is C. That's because we just now started. Now there's different type of goals that you can look through here. Game goals, league leader goals, team performance goals, postseason goals, and so on and so forth. Here is the training tab, where you can train players however you want to and train specific attributes depending on what you actually want the player to get better at, which is another super cool thing. Once again, a thing that's not in Madden. So much more. Like I said, man, it's just funny because people that play this game regularly would probably argue that there's not a lot of customizable stuff, but when you compare it to like a Madden 19 franchise, there's so much freaking more you can do in this game in franchise mode than in Madden. Now you can go all the way down to Class A and it's at everybody's training stuff, or you can sort it by position. Now, budget. Here is our budget. You can see in-depth contracts for all the players. You can see all these minute details when it comes to the weekly budget, where everything's getting divided into unlockables. This is a new thing. This is like, you can like have sounds however you want to. You can actually, I think, import sounds if you wanted to. It might be sort of complicated, so you actually can hear actual music that you listen to when you hit home runs, but I haven't really looked into that much. Also look into sponsorships, stuff that you do get out of Diamond Dynasty cards. And it's different things you can add into your own franchise mode depending on what you get on Diamond Dynasty. Like, you get sponsorships. So every save I would get, we would get $75,000 added to our budget. And you can equip a sponsorship for the batter walk-up, the in-game ticker, and active replay. So that's just extra money you can earn throughout your franchise. Morale, player morale, another cool thing. You get to see how happy or angry a player is when it comes to all the different aspects into your franchise. Team morale, team role, if they're happy with their contract, coaching, region, if they're like actually happy where they're playing at, with how the team's doing and how they're doing, and whether or not they're happy with their injury breakdown. Now, obviously, you have the normal stuff like lineups. You can set your own custom lineup, bring up players if you want to. You can look at your roster here, and if you want to demote a player, you can designate them for assignment, which means somebody could potentially trade for them or eventually just end up releasing them. But you can move them however you want to, and you can edit them as well within the franchise. And right off the bat, you can go ahead and extend contracts if you wanted to with all these players. Mookie Betts, let's just do it for the heck of it. How much would Mookie Betts actually want? He's probably going to get like a $300 million contract in real life at least. Some people saying $400 mil. Just curious. Let's just make an offer. 5 years, $31 million a year, because that's what he wants. And he decided to accept that. So that was fun. We got a trophy, so that's cool. Look at the injury list. League glitters all the stats. Top prospects across the MLB. Ronald Acuna, the #1 prospect. These players would either be really hard to trade for if you wanted them, or they'll be very good when it comes to trading them away for other potential players in your franchise, because trading away prospects is huge when it comes to trying to bring in big players to your team. And this is another thing that MLB The Show has that Madden doesn't. You actually get to hire more than one coach. First base, third base, pitching, and hitting coaches, which are very important. There's the available managers to hire. And also, you do have scout contracts as well. We wanted to hire scouts to help us get better players in the MLB draft. Now, the trading system's pretty cool as well. Nobody's on the trading block as just yet, but we can make a trade, and the way things go around here is you can suggest trades for specific players. So this makes trading easier for people that don't necessarily want to spend that much time trading around. So say we wanted to get Aaron Judge off the Yankees. So we click square, and we click all. We could say we maybe just wanted to trade our prospects or MLB ready players, or for the easiest trade or the most simple trade, you can click a kind of a mixture of the two and click all. And no trades were found. Maybe Giancarlo Stanton. There we go. To bring in Giancarlo Stanton, we'd have to trade away JD Martinez and one of our top prospects, which that's not an awful trade because Giancarlo Stanton's a pretty good overall at 93. So that's a really cool thing in MLB The Show. And also, maybe if you wanted to trade away Chris Sale, maybe you want to give us Luis Severino and Didi Gregorius. That's actually not a bad trade, but that's not the only way you can trade. That just makes it simpler. You can do your own customizable trade, like for the Blue Jays, maybe we wanted Marcus Stroman. We also wanted Kevin Pillar added into the deal, and maybe Aaron Sanchez, and that would be enough for this trade to be accepted. And also, another cool thing in MLB The Show franchise is that the CPU actually will offer you trades. There it is. The Reds are interested in offering you a trade, so we'll view the offer. Like, that's just prospect for prospect. Sometimes it's big trades, sometimes it's not. But that's just another cool thing that doesn't happen in Madden. You don't ever get offered actual trades. In MLB The Show, you get offered them all the time. Sometimes they're noteworthy, sometimes they're not, but it's just another cool feature. And I'm just curious, is anybody on the trading block just yet? Already, yes, a ton of players. You have 88 DJ LeMahieu, Tommy Pham, Hector Rondon, Francisco Cervelli, and some other players, Michael Wacha. So this is just a fun game, dude. And I'm so freaking excited, man, to get into a franchise mode. And with that, you guys know exactly what is coming for my MLB The Show 19 franchise mode series. Well, maybe you don't if you're new to the channel. What we're doing is a series called The Rejects. It's a familiar series that I've done over on Madden 19, one of the biggest series, probably easily the biggest series I've ever done on my channel. It's going to be a franchise series where what we do is we have a full entire team of players that cannot get contracts anywhere else. It doesn't necessarily have to just be players that were rejects per se, but players that in real life at this moment in time would love to have one last chance at the show but can't get it anywhere else. And they will get their one shot though with us for our franchise mode. And there will be interesting ways that we go throughout the franchise series when it comes to upgrading the players, because the players will get upgraded per their performances. And just like in my Madden series, we will be doing tryouts almost every single episode where the fans get to suggest players they would like to see in the series, and depending on how they perform in that episode, they make the team, or maybe they don't make the team. That's all going to be decided by you guys per votes. And also, it's going to be extremely interesting how we go about doing this series, because obviously I don't want it to drag along to being a 162 game season. So what we're probably going to do, and it will make it a little bit more realistic in terms of how we perform, because we're going to have to do a lot of simulating when it comes to this series. I'm thinking about doing a month per episode, probably playing 2 or 3 games per month and simming the rest of the month, which means it would take a really long time, a lot longer than in our Madden series, for our team to get good and for our team to have a chance to eventually make it to the postseason and go from a team of rejects to World Series champions. But that's just what I'm thinking about right now. But I just wanted to give you guys a little rundown on what's happening in MLB The Show 19 franchise, what I'm planning, because I know a lot of people on my channel enjoy franchise stuff, and I'm not going to keep you hanging. It just takes a long time for good quality content to come out, and I'm not going to drop the series until I'm happy with it. So hopefully you guys are excited for it. Even if you don't like baseball, we'll give the series a chance and are excited for it, because this is gonna be freaking fun. If you guys are excited for my MLB The Show 19 franchise content and franchise series, let me know by smashing that like button. If we can get 2,000 likes, I'll promise that the first episode of the Rejects comes out within the next week. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on that notification bell if you haven't. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless and peace.